are probably at least at minimum a 10x ROI of what we've invested with you guys compared to what I was doing outside. This whole team is my fractional CTO. You guys are that entire division of my company because I come to you guys with problems and you allow your industry knowledge or your knowledge of certain things already being experts along with AI to then create solutions.
So, Anthony, for the people who don't know who you are, could you just give us some context on what kind of business you run first, and then we can get into the agentic solutions we were able to build and things we've been working on over the last few months?
Yeah, so my name is Tony Campos. I actually own and operate a chain of mattress retail stores in the Texas market. Also have an e-commerce mattress division as well. Yeah.
Awesome. So, I believe just backlogging from our initial conversation, you have 4 different mattress stores, right?
3 current stores with a 4th one on its way, yes.
Awesome. And I remember when you came to us, you were actually way more clued up in AI than most people we speak to. You were talking about building out like AI teams and you were already knowledgeable on all this stuff. I'm curious to know number one, what got you into looking into this stuff? Because I think a lot of brick and mortar businesses in the first instance aren't even clued up on what Claude Code even is in the first place. What specifically drove you to want to look into this stuff for your business specifically?
I think the biggest thing for me is I continue to hit bottlenecks as we try to make ourselves more competitive. I think what has brought AI as a conversation piece to my industry is because it's so highly competitive. So everyone is trying to find something to say, hey, you know what, we're doing the next thing better, faster. And so that will kind of pique my interest. Even though I have a chain of mattress stores, we're still small in the sense that I don't have a complete C-suite team, in-house people that can take on this workload. So I have to take it on. And so I have to be as efficient as possible.
Right. So it was just about making you, and then as the team grew, the whole team in itself more efficient. Because I believe when we first spoke, you are the one, you have like managers in each store, but then you go from store to store to manage the managers, right?
Correct. Yeah. So I operate kind of like a district manager slash owner. And so I try to do my best to work on the business while I'm working in the business. And so even today, I've only interacted very few times with some customers, but I try to take the downtime to constantly work on the business. And so I have to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah. And with you already being knowledgeable on AI and you were already playing around with it and building things out for yourself, what was the specific reason you obviously invested in us to have us build these things out instead of doing it yourself?
That's a great question. And I think what ends up happening is as a business owner, you have to be very wise in the time that you allocate and what you do to work on the business, right? Of course, I possibly could have maybe come close to building some things that you guys built, but in all reality, looking back on it, no way. But now coming forward and understanding like, okay, this is the amount of time that I got back while you guys as the experts built these things out for us. And then I take these tools and resources that you built out and then I go implement them. And I make them work for our company. I think it's been a beautiful marriott of understanding, hey, you guys are the experts in this. Let me be the business expert. Let's get that industry knowledge with your industry knowledge of expertise to build something out that works incredibly well.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I tell this to every person that considers working with us or just people in general that say they might bring it in-house. There's a key metric in any business that's like the number one highest leverage thing that you need to optimize around, which is the founder's time, obviously. And there's only a limited amount of that in the day. If we take your annual profit or even revenue, we divide that by the number of hours you work, you take your cost per hour. Well, would it just be better for you to pay somebody that knows this, can do it faster, has ideas across many different industries? Probably. For a lot of people that are already doing 5, 6, 7 figures a month in revenue, it just makes more sense. So going into the things we were able to build, and Alessandro, obviously you and the rest of the AI engineering team have been building a lot of this out. I know initially when you came in, can you just run me through the main challenges that you were facing and things you were looking to automate that was sucking up a lot of your time?
I think, automation's a fancy word to use. I think we're not yet. We're about to be, right? We're about to be. I really do believe so. Our business is not yet to the point where we can have automations and high ticket product sales that we're at, because a lot of the things that we do does require, the human touch to an extent, right?
Yeah.
But some of the biggest challenges that we had were being able to go to market faster with some key core problems that we had, right? And so like the website was the main one, right? Because I think everything in our industry kind of points back to the website as the educational product piece. And then we also have struggling, or we had other issues with like SEO agencies. We had issues with marketing departments and agencies that we've hired out, and then even internal tools that like we're working on now, internal dashboards and programs and systems that are just for us and that are specifically designed for our industry. These things, are big problems that we've had and would have taken me, if not the whole rest of the year, multiple years to build out by myself with the resources that I had allocated, with the resources that I had as far as funding and all that too. So those are some of the biggest issues that we've had that we've already tackled some of these things within a matter of months.
Yeah, because obviously in the mattress industry, it's all like SEO based. People are going to the website. And I know one of the things we immediately published, and we can get into this shortly, was the website AI agent that was able to like add certain sub websites, optimize from an SEO perspective. I'd love to dive deeper into that. And Alessandra, you can probably provide some context on what specifically that solution was and how we built it as well.
Yeah, so there's pretty much two main agents that we have built so far, that you're using on a daily basis. The main one being that you can just directly edit your Shopify store whenever you want. So I was talking to Cameron about this, but essentially, whatever kind of idea that you have in your mind, you're able to replicate it directly by just tagging this agent and saying what you have in mind, which normally would take you a much longer process where you probably speak with a web developer, explain your idea. He would then have to give you a quote, show you a prototype, then you have a back and forth, and that could take a couple of weeks, even a month to fully finalize. So now you're just able to directly tag an agent, ask it whatever you want to change on a specific page, and it will do that. And even I see that you have even published like products on your Shopify page.
Yeah, just to go even a little bit deeper, right? Because that's kind of the main subset of what we've been working on recently. But yeah, I was able to have an immensely high ROI on this already with just the website alone, right? To your point, contacting a developer, back and forth on drafting, and then publishing, and then making sure that all the technical pieces are all pointing to the right place. The agent has been able to do it near flawlessly, right? I think me and Ronnie have worked really well on getting, we call him Anthony AI, to really understand the look and feel and the mattress industry, to an extent, where I can now tell it specific pages that I've seen on competitor sites. Hey, I need something just like this, but make it mattress on demand style, right? And it knows those things already. It's built up some memory that we're constantly working on to be able to produce a page that's on theme, relevant data, SEO optimized for organic reach, and then publish it within a couple minutes. I mean, I've been able to do probably the work that I've always wanted to do on the website that has taken me months and months and months of tweaking things and trying to do certain things. I mean, I've been able to do it in days. I mean, I really have. It's been a massive productivity driver for us on the website alone.
Awesome.
Yeah, obviously we're going to blur a lot of things here, but I think it would be beneficial to just show my screen and just show some examples so that people can understand what we're talking about. Don't worry, Anthony, we will blur anything that should not be shown here.
Yeah.
But just to give some context, so you are able to directly just tag this agent that has been configured to change anything you want in the Shopify store. Meaning, if you want to add a new page, like for Mother's Day, let's say, you would be able to do that directly today now. So you're having a conversation with the agent. You probably speak more with maybe agents in a day than humans. I saw that you had like threads with 300 messages, 90 messages with the agent. And for me to see this, it was really nice to see that you as a business owner actually you're using this and that you're able to create any sort of idea that you have in your mind directly. I just found that really beautiful, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
So
to
yeah.
that point, to add to it, right? So we've even gone as far as saying optimized product collection pages, right? We have a batch, I think 100 pages a week are getting now automatically SEO optimized, sending me back edits, and I'm approving them, right? So that goes in our SEO channel. I've segmented differently now where we have SEO channel that just Anthony AI is constantly working on giving us health reports and scores and analyzing 100 pages a batch to just to make it make sense, right? And saying, hey, these are the top most important things that we need to fix. and okay, go fix them, right? And it
Yeah.
does it, and it just goes and it fixes it. And so we even want to take this even to the next level, right? And there's some things that me and Ronnie are working on to make the SEO agent, a full stack suite SEO agency, right? Right now, it's really focusing on the website, and that's kind of where we need to kind of clean things up and make things better. But we have
Mhm.
ideas to turn Anthony AI's SEO capability to be as good as an agency, right? Let's look at other factors that we're doing, and then just back to the website. We've added products. I don't know, maybe close to 150 products in a day, just because we've narrowed it down, right? That memory has really worked well with us, where I can just say, hey, look at this manufacturer's website for all the product images, details, raw data. Put it on our site, and let's mattress on demand it, right? Let's put our
Mm.
thematic version of it on it.
Yeah.
So it's been able to do that, and I mean, maybe three, four iterations deep, and it's got it right. So, it might do something a little weird, and we just like, oh, hey, fix that. Okay, it'll be fixed now going forward. So we've hard set rules into the channel, where when we go and we break off and we do a thread project, and that's kind of what I've done now, right? I've utilized Slack's ability of kind of how it organizes things, and Ronnie's really educated me on this too. Where, hey, if I have a product done, let's start a product in the channel, and boom, let's go thread deep now to make it to fine tune it, right? So we've done that
Yeah.
now at least a dozen times, right? And as you can see, we've had 50 to 100 message thread long in these projects. And so sometimes to my fault, Ronnie's educated me on starting new threads to kind of refresh that memory and refresh the compute of it. But yeah, we've blown it pretty extensively so far. And we're just only
We're
technically
only getting
two
started.
projects deep. Yeah, we're just getting started.
I
Yeah.
saw already the commission dashboard getting built. It's going
Yeah.
to be a big one.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know as well, because I think historically you were paying an SEO agency for this stuff, right? And I know it's not at the level that a full stack SEO agency is yet. We're getting there. But what historically were you paying SEO agencies to do this level of work? And was it good? Was it at the same level of speed?
So I will say this, right? So just speaking SEO wise, right?
Mhm.
I was, and funny enough, it was actually another AI SEO service
Mm.
that used the AI to, and I don't know if I should name drop them or not, but that was using AI to build out a lot of the raw manpower work that usually an SEO agency would do, right? So it was still an agency that was forward leaning and was using AI to doing a lot of the lifting. But even them, right? Because they did not allow me to have access to change things with the AI, with the agentic AI to really tailor it to us, it was producing a lot of garbage, a lot of
Mm.
slop, a lot of mess. And so we've now tuned it where every blog post, even on this side with you guys and the agent we've built out, is so optimized. It is so on brand. It's so on point. It's really talking to the value that we want to communicate. That if people do read these things, and they do, so a lot of them do get read, that they understand like, wow, this is painting the picture of what mattress on demand is. So yeah, we were paying, at one point we were paying about $1,500 a month for one SEO agency. We found a better rate at $1,000 a month for that agency, with the AI assistant. And so we've been able to eliminate that. We've been
Mm.
able to eliminate that because at the moment, I would say 60 to 70% of the work that they were doing, we're already doing on this side now,
Mm.
right? From crawling to optimizing to schema markups to blog posting to optimization of the site. So we're already getting 70% of that value already right off the rip. And that it was like 1 month in, we figured it out,
Yeah.
and we switched over. And so yeah, we have a little bit more work to do, but we're almost there, right? The website developer that I had on staff, this was, I think that for the amount of work that I've been able to do with you guys, this would, and I'm not exaggerating this, I would probably have done close to about $5,000 of work in 1 month that would have
Mm.
cost me 5 grand for a developer to do. That we've now been able to. Obviously, I'm putting some time into it, but really not as much as you guys think. Yes, those message threads are long, but it's Anthony, I respond so fast and so quick, and with so much thought. I've been able to narrow down projects to where I can tackle a project that would take my developer probably a day. I could do it in like 20, 30 minutes.
Mm.
So, as an owner that does have limited time at the moment, that where I do have to wear multiple hats, your guys' development of Entity AI has allowed me to still wear these multiple hats, but just get it done so efficiently, right? So, I mean, I'm probably already at least, and I've done some, it's funny, I've done some soft calculations. I'm probably at least at minimum a 10x ROI of what we've invested with you guys compared to what I was doing outside.
That's huge. And what we're like, if even 60 days in as well, which is huge. We've got so many more things to cut on,
Oh yeah.
work on. Like once we get this operating at 100% with the SEO piece alone, like again, building out 150 different products on a website. I don't even want to know how much that would cost or like how much time it would take, but that's huge. I know there's been some other things we've been working on as well, which have been like other projects in the works. Alessandro, do you want to expand on those and we can go into those as well?
Yeah, so they're really at the starting phase. Essentially, we're creating a commission dashboard so that Anthony is on top of how much commission the sales reps are making. Is that correct?
Right. So yeah, I mean, in a matter of like 2-3 weeks, we're at 50. We're probably more than halfway done already because Ronnie's just waiting on some data input from myself and some logic, and then we're almost ready to go. But yeah, we wanted to create an internal tool because and we're a Shopify partner, and Shopify is great. It really leveraged us to get to a better starting point than most places. But we needed an internal commission dashboard that gives my sales reps a direct look into how they're getting compensated for all their sales that they're making. Because in our industry, margin is pretty tight. And we want them to have a direct stake in the business for them to understand that when I sell this product, this is what the company gets paid, and this is the percentage that I take from the company in selling this product. And so, yeah, we're about halfway done with that. The complete dashboard look and feel is already built out, but now we're putting in the logic and the data input. And this is phase one of it, right? We're going to take this commission dashboard and also make it into basically a coaching dashboard, where phase two would be is like, hey, we got now the metrics in there and the analysis in there. Now let's and I haven't even told Ronnie this is like a bigger picture deal, but now let's bring some functionality of an AI agent living in the commission dashboard, and let's now introduce a coaching piece that analyzes specific metrics that we deem valuable. Attachment rate of an adjustable base with a mattress product, right? Attachment rates of pillows and sheets and protectors. How much are you discounting? How often are you discounting? Are you discounting on certain product sets? Right? Let's introduce an AI agent to a coaching mechanism that can give us weekly reports and say, hey, look, these are some baseline metrics that we're setting that we need to hit as goals. Where is the team at compared to those metrics that we sit in, right? And so, yeah, it's going to turn out to be a money-making machine for me because it's going to give my guys insight on what they get paid, which is a great incentive for them to get attached to it. But also, we're going to be able to coach and help educate our guys to get them better, for them to make more money, for the company to make more money. It's going to be a huge win when we get to phase two of this, which is like the coaching mechanism of the commission dashboard.
Yeah, and then there's also, I can see here we're already working on retrieving all of the data from your Shopify so that like how many based on historic orders. I can see that as well.
Yeah. There's going to be some unique situations where we need to have like my input on like, hey, so yeah, Ronnie's incredible. He's been able to pull in all that Shopify data and built that native app with Shopify in the back end to get all this information on our side. So if I see an order and I'm like, hey, you know what? I need to split the order amongst two sales reps. I need to attribute the order to a different person, place, or thing. I can do that. I mean, it's going to be incredible once it's fully done.
Nice. Yeah, I always say this to people when it comes to AI, it's like an evergreen thing that needs to constantly be adapted and updated, right? Because if it was just a case of us going, okay, let's just build out this one Shopify agent that does the SEO and we get it 60% of the way there and then that's it. Well, AI is going to change whether we like it or not. It's going to get even better. It's going to have more functionality. There's going to be way more ideas that maybe we come up with. The more we work with you, the more we understand how your business operates and other people that we work with and the ideas we get and the ideas you get as well. This is why I always say it's kind of like the equivalent of working with an agency. Even though the marketing agencies have this bad stigma and most of them are bad, at the end of the day, it is an evergreen problem. Like you can't just go, I'm going to put one ad campaign out and let it run. Well, no, we've got to change it based on the time of the year, what's working, the sophistication of the market, what are competitors doing. Exact same principle applies with AI. So it's awesome to hear that we're developing these things. And again, it's crazy how early we are in. I'm excited to see what the development of all the things we've got running internally in your business in the next 6 months as an example?
Business owners have to understand that you guys have figured out a great model, where you can take, yes, an agency platform where us as a business owner can say, hey, Cameron, you guys, this whole team is my fractional CTO, right? You guys are that entire division of my company because I come to you guys with problems, and you allow your industry knowledge or your knowledge of certain things already being experts along with AI to then create solutions. And so you guys are creating solutions for me, making us more profitable, making us faster, making us leaner. And I don't see why any business owner at scale does not involve a team like your guys, a part of their business. Like I've already recommended you guys to other companies, and we could talk more about that offline. But like, I'm pushing them. I'm telling them like, guys, you need them on board. They're not only they're going to save you probably a lot of money and time and resources, but if you utilize this team right, I don't see why they couldn't help you build things out that would generate dollars for you. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. And an amazing thing about yourself is you're very clued up on this stuff, which is a super big help as well for us too, because you understand how these things work on a surface level too, and it makes implementation for our team a whole lot easier. And you're exactly right? There's going to be things where the indirect benefit is maybe you save time, money, but as a result, you've got then the indirect benefit of allocating that time to more revenue-driven actions in the business. As well, like, for example, we're currently building out an agent, we've also built this internally as well, that can do all of the content ideation, scripting, recording, all of that stuff using AI as well, which is a revenue driver. Same applies with, managing ad campaigns, creating ads, building out sales funnels. Again, these are all things that we haven't directly worked on with yourself because we're really focusing on, well, SEO, and your business works in a bit of a different way compared to, let's say, a high ticket online business as an example.
Well,
But
you're just two
right.
steps ahead of us, Alessandro. That's project 4 and 5.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
what you just said. We were actually going to do that now, but the commission dashboard like took precedence over that. Ronnie was like, I think we can knock this out fast for you. And then let's go exactly to what you just said, word for word. I need a content engine machine
Yeah.
that can help me with all those things, and I'm excited for it. And I need ad management and media buying machine that can help me distribute that content properly and optimize it for all these channels, right? So you're exactly right. I'm excited. Those are the next things that we're working on right after this commission dashboard.
Boom. Well, that was pretty much everything from me, Alessandro. Anthony, I don't know if you have any final things you wanted to share, any questions, Alessandro, but if
Yeah,
not, wrap up there.
that's all it. I'm very excited to finish the rest of the projects for you, and we'll be in touch in Slack.
Let's get
Yeah,
it.
no, I appreciate you guys. This is a long-term relationship that I hope that every business owner could see that this is a long-term deal. Like, don't let this be like, oh yeah, build me these couple things and you're out. Like, no, like this is a long-term deal for sure.
Absolutely. Anthony, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you,
you
sir.
guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, Alessandro.